I was just coming to see you.
Really? Is it because I'm gonna be queen?
We love you, Hades. You were by far one of our favorite new characters in Descendants 3. We loved your duet with Mal, and we still can't get over your cool blue hair and badass outfit. We're so happy that you and Mal were able to patch things up. So now that you're a free god, will you be taking your daughter to the underworld for a family vacation? We'd seriously love to see that. We all thought that Mal had no clue who her father was, but we now know that's far from the truth. Mal and Hades' relationship has a few loose ends we want to tie up. Watch until the end to find out the truth about Hades and Mal's relationship. Who is Mal's father? That's the question that's been on everyone's mind ever since the first Descendants film aired in 2015. It was thought that Mal had no idea who her dad was, but that turned out to be a lie. In the Under the Sea trailer, Mal stumbles across a blue orb in a forest and believes it to be her dad, so it's safe to assume that Mal has known who her dad was for many years now. In Descendants 3, Mal and Hades sing an amazing duet that gives us an inside scoop on their relationship. Hades is convinced that he did Mal a solid by taking himself out of the picture. He says her daddy issues have made her stronger, and that she was better off without him. But there's one line that proves just how much he cares about his daughter. He tells Mal to pay him some respect because it's not easy to neglect. So this means that abandoning Mal wasn't an easy thing for him to do. But that wasn't enough to convince Mal, who still couldn't forgive him from walking out on her. To find out who her real father was, Mal must have used the process of elimination, and since Maleficent is one of the most powerful villains of all time, it makes sense that she would fall for someone equally as powerful as her, if not more. At some point or another, Mal figured it out, and she thought that Hades didn't care about her. But something changes after the do what you gotta do duet. Celia tells Mal something that changes the way she sees her dad forever. After finding out that Hades is Mal's dad, Celia says, "So I guess that's the reason why he's always asking about you." Hearing this helps Mal forgive Hades. After all, he was secretly checking up on her from afar. It's also possible that Mal asked around the aisle and found out that her mother and Hades used to be a thing. It isn't the first time Maleficent and Hades have been coupled together in the Disneyverse. Back in 2003, Hades and Maleficent were shown going on a date during a House of Mouse episode titled Halloween with Hades. So there was a paper trail for Mal to follow. Although it might look like Hades wants nothing to do with anybody in Descendants 3, it's actually hinted that Hades owns a souvlaki restaurant in Descendants 2. There's a sign that says Hades Souvlaki. It's under this world, hung up right next to the Curl Up and Die salon. So Hades and Mal might have crossed paths many times over the years. And who knows, maybe he gave Mal a free euro or two, which could have tipped her off.
Quite a show you put on the other day.
Right back at you.
Hades wasn't there for Mal when she was growing up, but he's here for her now. Sure, he did abandon her as a baby and attack her with his Ember for some unknown reason, but he's still a million times better than Maleficent. When it comes to Maleficent and Hades, Hades is clearly the better parent. Yes, he may be a little wicked, but he's nowhere near as criminally insane as Maleficent. Maleficent didn't care about Mal's feelings at all, so we're Team Hades from here on out. In Mal and Hades' duet, Hades asks Mal if she'll take him to Auradon for some father-daughter bonding time, but she's just not interested. All Mal wants is the Ember. Hades hates Auradon and everything it stands for, but he wants to make things right with his daughter, so he gives her his most prized possession. If that's not saying sorry, we don't know what is. When Mal walked out of his den, Hades whispered, "That's my girl," which shows us just how proud of her he is. Mal always wanted to make her mother proud, but nothing she did was ever evil enough. So it's nice to know that Hades has been proudly watching his daughter from afar since the very beginning.
I guess that's the reason why he's always asking about you.
But Hades' road to forgiveness didn't stop there. When Mal returned to the Isle and asked her dad to save Audrey, he did so without a question. Despite being past the barrier, Hades didn't try to escape the second he got his hands on the Ember. Instead, he saved Audrey's life and returned to the Isle, but not before doing something totally sweet and selfless. Hades gave his Ember to Mal before being taken away by the guards. This touching moment was enough to make anyone tear up. By the end of Descendants 3, it's clear that Mal has forgiven her dad for leaving. She hugs Hades and welcomes him to Auradon with open arms. Mal and Hades are definitely going to have an amazing relationship. He'll walk her down the aisle when she marries Ben, and he'll take her on a family trip to the underworld whenever she's willing. We loved the song Do What You Gotta Do. Which song from D3 was your favorite? Tell us in the comment section. And that's a wrap. Give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on The Things.